In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your inner tie rod on your Honda CR-V. It's located behind your front wheel and also behind your engine. Using a 19mm socket, we're going to remove our wheel. And for the last one, make sure you keep a hand on it, where it doesn't fall off. We're going to take a pair of wire cutters and we're going to undo our cotter pin. And then we're going to take it by the head of it and pull it out. If your car's rusty, you might want to put some rust penetrant in there. This thing's pretty rusty. Just break those off. All right. Using a 17mm socket, I'm going to take off this nut for our outer tie rod. Now we're going to take this out. So now we're behind the engine, we're on top. We lower the vehicle down. I have a pry bar and I need to bang the washer back to straight to unlock the inner tie rod. A touch more on the back side here. All right, that looks like we're ready. So now we're going to use a 29mm crow's foot if you have one. That's ideal. I don't have one, so I'm going to use an adjustable wrench. And again, you're going to take it from above on top of the engine and then go to behind. All right, so you're going to crack this loose. Okay. And you're just going to loosen it a little bit at a time. If you have a crow's foot, it's probably a little easier, but we don't. Now that you've cracked that loose and moved it a few times, you can probably get it from the other end. So I'm going to lower the vehicle. I can twist it out now. You're going to not want to move the rod independently of that nut at the end there, because you don't want to change the length of the tie rod for alignment purposes. All right, so once it's disconnected, you can take it out through the wheel well and take it over to the bench and line it up with our new one and make sure the length is adjusted properly before installation. So now that you have your inner tie rod out with the old, we can roughly adjust it accordingly to make sure it's the same length. So when you put it back in the car, the alignment isn't totally off, the toe adjustment. So yeah, you want to try to match it up. Make sure that your inner and outer was marked before you take it out. Like if this thing got a little twisted out, you know where to put it back. So I have a line here showing me where that is. And that's it. So just make sure you match them up, and then you're still gonna need an alignment after, but at least you can get it to the shop to get an alignment. All right, so we're gonna feed our inner tie rod through and start threading it in. Try not to turn your outer tie rod if you've already set it. Try to get it as tight as, hand tight as possible. Unless you have to turn underneath or on top, better off you're gonna be. Once you got it pretty snug, you can turn your tie rod down. If you need to unjam it just to get it in the thing, go ahead. Just know that you turned it a little bit. I'm going to connect it over here before I go and tighten it up over there. I'm going to put my nut on the bottom, get it started just to hold it in place. Okay, so now that that's all set up, you're going to go on top and tighten it up. Unlike loosening it with an adjustable wrench, it was easier from the bottom. So we're going to tighten it from the top with our adjustable wrench. It's going to take some patience, so just take your time. And again, if you have a 29mm crow's foot, that would be the best tool for this job, but we don't have one. Now that we've tightened as much as we can on the top, we're going to go underneath and give it one last tightening. All right, so now we're going to peen over that washer, and I'm on the driver's side, pushing the washer towards the passenger side. Now that that's peened over on the bottom, we're going to go on the top and peen over that one as well. 16mm socket, we're going to snug this up and torque it to 33 foot-pounds. All right, let's see if our hole lines up. For the cotter pin, looking good. Now we're going to put our cotter pin through and bend that down. You can use some wire cutters to help bend it. And then I'm going to bend this one to the side. Cut the excess off over here. Seems good. And now we're going to jam up our nut here. I'm going to use a 20 on the inner tie rod and a 22mm on the outer jam nut. And tighten that up. It calls for 33 foot-pounds, but if you don't have a torque wrench with a crow's foot, that's 22. You can just Snug it up real good. Do your best. Now you can throw your tires back on, take it for a road test, and take it down to your local shop and get an alignment. We're going to reinstall our wheel. Start our lug nuts by hand. Turn my wheel down. And we're going to snug them up in a star-like pattern. We're going to torque our lug nuts to 80 foot-pounds. You're going to do that in a star-like pattern. Then I always like to double check and I go around one more time. We're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.